Hello, it's so good to be back. My name is Rachel Bakam, aka Rachel the Piper. Yes, I am your Piper. A Piper is an acronym for people, issues, places, projects, events, enabling, and raves. We have all of this in this episode of Rachel the Piper. Today, guess what? We're globetrotting to Liberia, Monrovia precisely. We'll start with an interview with a distinguished senator of Liberia, Sir Joseph Sir. And then we'll head on to the opening of a Chinese company which was opened by the president of Liberia. From there, we'll have an interview with Chief Tupi Taylor, the wife of Charles Taylor. We'll head on to an interview with Rubina and Denise. We will not stop there. We'll have a church service to mark the Independence Day of Liberia. We'll end the day in the Nigerian community in Liberia. Nigerians are found everywhere. It's all in this fantastic globetrotting episode of Rachel the Piper. This trip was made possible by Air Peace, the peaceful way to fly. Rachel the Piper. Coming on the program, interview with Senator Joseph Sir. Issues.
AJ and the Bits.
It's a lovely, lovely afternoon in Monrovia, Liberia, and today we're here with a distinguished senator, a man who is outstanding, Senator Sir Joseph of Montserrado County, the chairman on executive. We're here in his office today, and it's such a pleasure because he's a role model who has marked himself out. He's an icon in terms of fighting Ebola. He has received great awards because of his feats in that area. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, and it's a pleasure meeting you. And welcome,
sir.
Thank you. Welcome.
Wow. So, for how long have you been senator, sir?
I've been senator. This July make me 1 year. I was also a representative representing district number 13, Montserrado County, for 6 years. And then when the president of Liberia won the election as president, because he was a senator, and then so he asked me to replace him in the Liberian Senate, so I went for the election, and then I won the election. So I've been a senator since a year now.
Fantastic. And what can you say about Liberia's economy? Has it grown, or are you rich or poor?
Well, our economy, I can say we are struggling because there are a lot of challenges. We have the issue of the Ebola that took place, the economic situation of also the drawdown of the United Nations workers and troops that left. So in terms of our economy, it's tough because basically we were surviving on those two sources. The issue of the funding coming from the United Nations workers and everything, but with that cut off, that took off almost like 40% of our total budget. That's why I went away. So income in terms of revenue. So the economy is tough. This government met a lot of challenges. We have some debt that this government have to pay. We have almost $1 billion that this government have to pay every month. They have to service those debts. And then the local debt also, you have more than 600 million that the government is also struggling to pay. So you can notice that things are very tough. So the government have to focus on paying the loan that the previous administration left, and also struggling with local banks loan as well. So the challenges are there, and the people are looking at the opportunity to work. So in terms of job creation, it's difficult, because your first focus is when you raise revenue is to service those debts. So the economy is going to be tough. It's very tough. But again, we want to commend the president of Liberia, who is trying his possible best. The first thing is to he's engaging international partners to see how best they can help, and the priority of his government, the government of Dr. George Weah, is the Purple Agenda, that is focusing on the poor people. That is first priority. So the major challenge is that president of this country run for 6 years, 6 months. After 6 months, because of the situation of roads, the entire country don't have access to the national government because of the road network. So the government is presently focusing on making sure that all of the roads in the country are built so that the people will get access to goods and services in the entire country despite of the rainy season.
Fantastic. So you spoke about Ebola, and we were told that you're an Ebola hero. Tell us about everything that happened during that period.
It was a tough time, and I still remember a lot of people asking me during the Ebola time, I'm going to the ETU where I'll be safe, so sometimes I get those membranes, and it was a tough time. But I think by the grace of God, God was able to direct me and also allow me to use my personal resources, to help as a citizen, not just a citizen, because I was also a representative. So during the Ebola crisis, what was needed is that you needed a national leader to stand with the people, because the people were confused which way to go. The government of Liberia had 2 ambulances, and I brought in 12 ambulances. So with a donation from friends from the United States, first responder in the USA. And when I brought the 12 ambulances to Liberia, I was able to put an organization together called First Responder Liberia. And we started picking up patients from the street in case somebody's sick. And then within 3-week period, Ebola hit the country. So I think it was God-given. It was God that brought, gave those opportunities to get the ambulance on time, and also get the bank. I want to say a special thanks to the GD Bank. GD Bank, did extremely well, because I remember I walked to the MD of GD Bank and I said, look, the people are dying and I have ambulances, I need money to be buying fuel, and I need loan. And he gave me the loan. So I must commend them, and we did extremely well to get the situation under control in Liberia. We also went to Sierra Leone, and we helped the government of Sierra Leone. We also got the situation under control. But the good thing is, our friends and relatives and loved ones, most of them died. But what was needed was to take a decision, and some of those decisions, like when people were really sick, some of them were not actually based because of Ebola, but doctors and nurses not trained to those kind of situations. Everybody was afraid. You get more nurses dying, so all the doctors and everybody returned home. So people were sick, and then we organized a holding center, and we started bringing in people that are sick, whether it's Ebola and what have you. Our goal was to make sure we take all of the sick people from the street. And then we did that. What I remember that was so difficult for me was that to see like 80% dying per day. It was terrible.
We were lost in Liberia.
We have the total number of more than about 4,000 persons. Yeah, that died, and we have more affected cases, and some of those people that got killed when they went in the ETU, some of them are still facing some challenges because of the effect of the medication as well as the virus. We have parents that die. We have our Ebola orphanage home. Like presently, I have our Ebola orphanage home that I'm supporting by myself in Tori. Most of the parents of those kids, they die and they are struggling. So one lady put them together, and I go there on the monthly basis to take food for them. So, but the good thing is that we were able to fight on behalf of Liberia and on behalf of Africa to get the situation under control.
Rachel the Piper.
Coming on the program, opening of Chinese company. Okay, it's a lovely afternoon in Monrovia, Liberia, and we're here for the Shangyu Wood Company launch. The city is excited about this development. Investments are happening in this great country, and we are excited.
I'm super excited that for the first time in Liberia we are going to be having our own rubber wood factory, and that's a blessing for Liberia and a plus to our country. The benefits are many, but one of the key is it's going to help our economy and create jobs for all of those Liberians who are seeking to get jobs and sustain themselves in this poor country. The president is a hard-working, humble, and a dedicated man to his country. So it's just not only an achievement for the president, but it's an achievement for all of us as citizens. Because what brings pride to your country is what you post up when you get out of your country. So it's an achievement for all of us, not only the president. Thank you.
Well, it's a great day for us. This is the second factory the president has dedicated in 18 months of our government, and it's a milestone. It's significant for the people of Liberia and for the district. It creates jobs. It's adding value to our rubber sector. As you know, Liberia is big in rubber. It's one of our major commodity, and as such, as we replant the rubber trees, the old ones are now being used as wood for furniture. Not only that, but ecologically it helps with the forest, making sure that we don't cut the forest to plant rubber. So it's significant for us.
Rachel the Piper.
This trip was made possible by Air Peace, the peaceful way to fly. People. Coming on the program, interview with Chief 2P Tello. Fantastic afternoon in Monrovia, Liberia. We just landed and got to the hotel, and guess who is the first person to come visit? My chief from Ibagwanike in Ezeokwe Kingdom. Good evening, ma.
Good evening, Rachel.
This is Chief 2P Init Taylor. She's the first wife of Charles Taylor, the former president of Liberia. It's such an honor to be with you.
Well, it's a pleasure. And you know one thing, I have to say that I'm also a chief, and I'm also the mayor from Ibagwanike in Enugu. And it's a
chief in Ibagwanike. She's my sister, chief.
Yes.
So I hear you people speak a certain language here. What language is that? It's very popular here.
What you talking about? You talking about the typical Liberian talk, the parlance?
Yes.
Yes, we speak Liberian English. If you want me, I welcome you. I say, Richard, welcome to Monrovia. Welcome to Liberia. We're happy to have you, for you to be here with us.
Oh, fantastic. But there's a native language I hear you speak also.
We have 16 different dialects. 16. And I speak 2 fluently. I do understand some other ones. And I'm from Nimba County. It's the second largest county in Liberia, very rich in culture, rich in tradition. I also come from an aristocratic family, the Toy family in Nimba County. They are renowned politicians and kings and queens. So I'm a princess also in Liberia.
And you're a chief in Nigeria, so you're adopted Nigerian daughter also.
Yes, I am, and I love Nigeria. I love Nigeria because you know my aunt, Mrs. Benson, Auntie Oprah. So we've been going to Nigeria since we were kids. So Nigeria is a part of us. And I love Nigeria. In fact, I'm even thinking about moving to Nigeria. I am, really.
Would love to have you down there. So you're attending the events today?
Yes, the Golden Image Award. I'm with a group of women, unsung heroes. You may not see them in newspapers, you may not see them on televisions, but they are women who have worked and continue to work in the background for peace and reconciliation in our county. So these women are going to be honored tonight. And I'm also a member of the Female Lawyer Association of Liberia. We are being honored also. So it's a double treat for me today. And I'm very excited. And I'm also excited, Rachel, to have you here in Liberia.
It's so good to be in Monrovia for the very first time.
I said, Rachel, you have to come. You must come, I said. Do everything but come to Monrovia. So it's a good time and I feel good. And we just gave God the glory for everything.
Rachel the Piper.
Coming on the program, interview with
Rubina and Denise. Okay, today is the third day in Monrovia, Liberia, and we're having a fantastic time. Chief Tupi, my big sis from Ezeokwe Kingdom, has been taking care of us real good. She brought us food yesterday, and today we came for lunch and had potato greens in her home and we're gisting. Okay, and here comes her niece Rubina and Denise Kokoli. Wow. And what's intriguing is the fact that Rubina looks far younger than her age, and I'm curious, what is the secret? First, let her tell us how old she is. How old are you?
Okay, I'll be 48 on the 23rd of August.
I've never seen anybody 48 looking like you. It's incredible. Oh my God. Is it Liberian or something? Is it genetic?
I don't know. I have Ghanaian, Liberian, Native American, German, West Indies. So I'm a mud. Combination of everything. Yeah, I think so. And then I'm free-spirited. So I don't let much get to me. I pretty much do what I want to do, but carefully. I do take risk, but I take calculated risk. And I live my life. I live life. And
you have children?
I do. 2 boys, 24, and my youngest will be 23, August 26.
That's incredible, honestly. And I see women are very empowered in Liberia. I'm told you're a top-notch lawyer. Tell us about the aspect of the woman in Liberia, how you've attained this status.
It's by hard work. Being a woman and being in the process of going first education, there are challenges to get through. But it all goes with courage and commitment. To reach to where you want to be, the first thing you got to know where you come from, to know where you are going. Being a lawyer, a female lawyer, is a lot of challenge and challenges. Especially where you go to court, you meet up with male lawyers, and you want to be at top, and you want to be on par with them. You got to read, you got to be very focused. It's not an easy challenge, but we have done it and we have made marks. And today we are proud to know that we have been counted among women in Liberia.
Rachel the Piper.
event. On the program, church service to mark the Independence Day celebration of Liberia.
You are great, yes, you are Holy One. Walked upon the sea, raised the dead, reign in majesty, mighty. It's the same God who was there for you in the midnight hour. is the same God who is able to wipe your tears away. Is the same God who was there in time of lack and want. Is the same God, is Jehovah. God is Jehovah, my great provider. Tell me why you're giving up on God. Why you're giving up on God?
I wish you a happy, a prosperous Independence Day and always. Thank you.
Hold on, change is on the way. Ebesina, Chukunonso, Ogini Bunso Boogie, Imana.
Rachel the Piper.
And coming on the program, a visit to the Nigerian community in Liberia. Okay, we're still in Monrovia, Liberia, and we are on the Nigerian streets, the Nigerian community here in Monrovia. We're here with a restaurant's owner. They sell Nigerian food here. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, my sister.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Michael John Okeke.
What do you do in Liberia?
I run business in Liberia.
What business do you run?
I'm into restaurant business and to spare parts.
Where did you come from in Nigeria?
I'm from Enugu State.
Why did you leave Nigeria?
I'm living in Lagos.
Why did you leave Nigeria?
Why I live in Nigeria is, you know, everybody looking to survive. So maybe all of us cannot survive in Nigeria. Maybe if you get yourself surviving in another country, you can go. Other people are still in Nigeria to surviving. So you don't mean that Nigeria is no good. Nigeria is a giant of Africa. But I find myself in Liberia.
So how do you source for your Nigerian ingredients? What kind of food do you cook here?
Look, I'm cooking Nigerian food.
You like what and what?
Cooking egusi, bitterleaf, obolo, and so and so.
Swallow, pounded yam and
pounded yam, and the rest of our food.
You get your ingredients?
I get it from Nigeria. Yes.
I'm doing good.
What's your name?
My name is Okeshuvete Azubike.
Where are you from?
I'm from Biafra.
Biafra? Where precisely?
In Anambra State.
Anambra State. So what are you doing here in Liberia?
We are here to make ends live. You know, since we are in Nigeria, the country is not okay. People suffer every day. The government fight the citizens of the country. So that's why you see us every part of the world. Humans earn living. So that's why you see us here. By now, we're supposed to be in our country, but you see us, we move out of our country to go other places to see how we can make it in life.
So is life better here in Liberia?
You know, life is not better here, but you have no option. Understand? You have no option. In our country, they kill us there every day. You hear the Benno massacre, how they kill 800 of them. Understand? As I'm talking to you, the Boko Haram, the Fulani herdsmen, they are killing us every day. And nobody is saying it. Even the world press is not reporting it. But as we are here, by the grace of God, the president of this country and the citizen of this country, they accept us with a good heart.
I don't need you no more. You say your love more than life.
It's been a pop puree all the way from Monrovia, Liberia. I hope you've had a good time. I sure did. See you next time. My name is Rachel Bakam, aka Rachel the Piper. Be the best of you in all ways possible. Reach out to impact on life. do the best you can to spread.
Pretty, diva, sexy, diva, star girl.
You the fall posh, or you the high chop for mama puts. That's how babes do. You never pay rent for your Easter, you the chill for Transcorp. That's how babes do.
I only wear customized.
But bend down select, nothing wear past. That's how babes do.
10 million for a night.
That's how babes do.
Okay.
That's how babes do.
That's how babes do.
That's how babes do.
That's
how babes do.
That's how they do.
That's how babes do.
Okay.
That's how babes do.